30,000 feet above the Earth. There is nowhere to run, no secret exits, no hidden corridors, just a sealed metal tube flying through the sky, through the sky, through the sky. Yet in 1971, something happened on a routine flight that investigators still cannot explain. A man calmly stood from his seat, walked to the lavatory, locked the door behind him, and vanished. The plane landed safely. The door was still locked from the inside. But when the crew forced it open, the room was empty. No broken window, no parachute, no hiding place. The thrilling mystery of the man who vanished from a flight without a trace.
The flight that night was supposed to be routine. A short-haul journey from Brussels to London. A path flown countless times before, with nothing unusual ever reported. The airport itself was quiet. No delays, no security alerts, no reason for concern. Inside the aircraft, the atmosphere was calm, almost sleepy. The faint hum of the engines blended with quiet conversations. A few passengers flipped through newspapers. Others stared blankly out the windows into the dark night sky. It was the kind of flight no one remembers, the kind where nothing ever happens. And then, there was the man in seat 14B. Dark suit, black briefcase, expression unreadable. He looked ordinary, almost too ordinary. He ordered a gin and tonic, checked his watch, and said very little. To the flight attendant, he was polite, calm, unremarkable. But sometimes, the most unremarkable people are the ones who leave behind the strangest mysteries. Nothing in the air suggested what was coming. No storm, no turbulence, no warnings, just time, moving forward, as it always does. And a flight that should have passed without notice, until it didn't. Chapter 2 ends with a question still sitting in 14B. Around 10:15 p.m., passengers notice the man stand up. He walks calmly toward the rear of the aircraft. According to the flight attendant, he smiled politely and asked a simple question.
Excuse me, do you know the time?
Yes, it's exactly 3:15.
He nodded and walked toward the rear lavatory. The door locked behind him. Nothing unusual. Not yet. People drifted back into their own little worlds. Outside, only darkness and engine light. Inside, a gentle sway and time, still moving. Until the minutes began to add up. The last clear sight of 14B was that door closing. And for a while, no one thought twice. But clocks do not keep secrets. 10:30 p.m. Passengers sleeping. 15 minutes passed. 10:45 p.m. 30 minutes passed. Someone assumed the bathroom was simply occupied, but another 15 minutes passed. 11 p.m. By now, the plane was beginning its descent. A flight attendant knocked on the door. No answer. She knocks again. Still silence. And that was when the unease began. Unease spread like a whisper along the aisle. Procedure took over, and eyes turned toward the rear of the plane. A barrier with no reply. Minutes can be louder than voices. And time would not answer. Crew gathering near the lavatory.
Cabin crew, please verify passenger condition at rear lavatory.
Sir, are you all right?
No response. Another knock. Nothing. But the door was still locked. From the inside. Passengers whisper. With the plane about to land, the captain made a decision. The crew forced the door open. Door crashes inward. Empty lavatory, sink, mirror, small ashtray. The room was empty, completely empty.
When the plane landed, authorities immediately boarded. Every passenger remained seated. Every seat was checked. Every storage compartment searched. Investigators even dismantled parts of the aircraft. Could he crawl into the fuselage? Experts quickly ruled it out. The spaces inside the plane were far too small. There was no route from the cabin to the cargo hold. In simple terms, the man had nowhere to go. Then, investigators discovered something even stranger. The ticket for seat 14B had been purchased under a name, but that name belonged to a man who had died 5 years earlier. Whoever boarded that flight was using the identity of a dead man. A single fingerprint was recovered from the mirror inside the lavatory, but when authorities searched international databases, it matched no one.
Theory 1, the perfect escape. Some believe the man was part of a carefully planned escape. Perhaps an accomplice opened a hidden panel. But investigators insist the aircraft design makes that impossible. Theory 2, intelligence operation. Others suggest something darker. What if the passenger was a spy? Perhaps a covert extraction was staged mid-flight. A hidden compartment. A secret exit. Technology the public never knew about, but no evidence has ever supported this idea. Theory 3, something unexplainable. And then there is the strangest theory of all, that something happened in that tiny lavatory, something we simply cannot understand. A glitch in reality. A moment where the laws of physics simply stopped working. The truth is, we may never know.
What happened on this flight?
No body was ever found. No passenger saw him leave. No explanation has ever been proven. A man walked into a bathroom at 30,000 feet and disappeared from history. If you were on that flight, what would you believe happened? A perfect escape? A secret intelligence operation? Or something far more mysterious? Tell me your theory in the comments. And if you love chilling unsolved mysteries, make sure you subscribe to Haunting Mysteries for more stories that refuse to be explained.